So hello, everyone. My name is Gabriel. I am the founder and CTO of INVARCH. I am a Rust developer and blockchain engineer. I am a lecturer at the Polkadot Blockchain Academy, and I am a member of the Polkadot Fellowship. Today, I want to present to you the future of blockchain abstraction, the INVARCH MPC. So to set up the context here, the future of Web3 we can imagine as having thousands of chains and dApps connected. And all these chains will be bridged together as one global system of networks. So that brings a new problem. We have connected liquidity. We have bridges, but user experience is fragmented. Every network bridged means that we have another account to manage. And that means we have, today, one browser to access most of the internet. Tomorrow, we're going to have one browser, 12 wallets, 50 accounts. Assets are able to function freely between these chains, but a single account cannot. This problem is called account fragmentation. It won't scale. It's more than bad UX. It limits everything we can do across these chains, not only for single user accounts, but also for applications that require execution in multiple chains. This is deeper than client-side experiences. It means actual entities, programs, software cannot exist across Web3. So we need a user-centric approach to interoperability. We need one account that can access everything and transact everywhere. This is where the INVARCH MPC comes in. It's a completely new paradigm for account management. It features programmable accounts that can access any chain. It functions as an OMNICHAIN access layer for Web3. Basically, through this one decentralized threshold signature MPC, we have programmable accounts that can transact on any blockchain. This can be coming from one account that you connect to this layer. It can come from smart contracts deployed to this layer. It can come from DAOs, multi-sigs, trying to set up one entity that exists everywhere instead of having to set up the same entity in all these chains individually. So the bulk of this presentation is going to be a demo. I have a little demo here that I want to show you. To set up context here, I have 2 nodes running in the background. A deployed network would have hundreds of nodes. Just for the sake of the demo, I have 2 nodes running. And I am going to transact on Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Polkadot, all from one account connecting to this network. So I have the account connected over there in the corner. I have my BTC balance, my ETH balance, and my DOT balance. These are test nets. I am going to do a transfer on ETH first, because Ethereum Sepolia sometimes takes a little bit. So I'm going to set this up already. And over here, we can see that in the network itself, the signature has been requested. This has a transaction that is attempting to transfer some ETH to another account, and it's already delivered. So over here, now the app is actually delivering that transaction, that signed transaction to Ethereum. So while that happens, let's go do a transaction on Polkadot. Again, same account, going through the same network. It's going to request signature over here again. There we go. Signature requested, same exact thing. And it's going to deliver it. Well, while we wait for that, the Ethereum transaction went through. And let's see. Etherscan, Ethereum Sepolia. This is the amount that was preset in the app to transfer. And this is the account that actually made the transfer. So we can see over here, it is this same account. So Polkadot's also on its way. So let's set up a BTC transfer. And this is also a test net. This is probably going to be the quickest one of them. But Polkadot's already done. And Polkadot, this is actually a Paseo test net. We're not doing a normal transfer. We're doing a remark. We can put some text on the blockchain. It says this transaction was made by this account through the derived account that is the one over here, 5D01. and it was made using INVARCH's TSS protocol. So BTC is also done. Here we go. It's transferring a small amount of Satoshis to a different account. So to explain what's going on here, this is all coming through one account. This is not deriving multiple accounts. It's not deriving an account for Ethereum, not one for Bitcoin and one for Polkadot. This is all one public key coming from one private key that is built on request by the MPC nodes on the background. No one besides you can access this account. Permissioning for this account is managed through the INVARCH network. So in this example, I'm just a single user going through my wallet and requesting transactions on these blockchains. But the end goal here is for us to have programmable accounts, smart accounts. For example, fee payments done by third parties, or you can have an account that lets you transact through your phone with your TE from your phone. You can have an account that's managed by username and password, and all this is able to reach other networks through this one layer. And back to the presentation. So this is our OMNICHAIN access layer, which can be developed with the INVARCH OmniSig SDK. This will extend the MPC to developers and allows any UI, client entity, or dApp to leverage OMNICHAIN access. So all of these different blockchains, all of these different applications on different blockchains can integrate directly with us. Wallets can integrate directly with us. And any other entity also can integrate directly with our SDK. All this going through a decentralized network that has no centralized entity. There's no multi-sig behind these transactions that has to agree for you to make a transaction. It's also not your traditional MPC where a centralized entity holds one key, you hold the other one, and they just facilitate transactions. This is a true automated MPC running with a proper consensus behind our blockchain. And this allows you to transact everywhere. This allows you to compose everywhere. This allows you to build things like, for example, a marketplace where you can swap one account that holds one Bitcoin for one account that holds equivalent in ETH without having to actually swap the tokens. You could swap the accounts. All of this managed by a smart contract in our network. That smart contract could be Solidity on EVM. It could be Ink on Wasm. It could be built on the new RISC-V Polkadot VM. So we are going to allow for access through MetaMask, through Phantom, through Talisman, Nova. We're going to allow for contracts in Solidity, contracts in Wasm. So basically, this is the one blockchain that allows you to do everything everywhere forever. So are you ready for the OMNICHAIN future? Woo! So it was a quick presentation, but the bulk of it was showing the demo. This has been in the works for around a year. And we're finally at a stage where we can say this is beta. We can start shipping it to testnet. We're going to do that within a month. And from there, we're going to get it audited. We're going to launch it on mainnet. And we're going to expand it to more networks, too. At this moment, we can do every ECDSA network, which is Bitcoin, Ethereum, all of the L2s, Cosmos, Polkadot networks, parachains. And then soon in the future, we're also going to add a separate layer for ED 25519, which is what Solana uses and a couple other blockchains. So at that point, we have everything. Like literally any blockchain you launch in 5 minutes from now, it's already going to be supported. We don't need to add any custom code for any blockchain. All of the transaction building is done by those blockchains SDKs in your client side. You just request the signature from us, and then it gets delivered. And that's it. Easy as that. There's no complicated interactions you have to do. You literally interact with it as an app, as if you were interacting with a wallet. We are a network wallet, if you want to think of it as that. It's really that simple. So. I think we can open up for questions.
So yeah, exactly. We still have some minutes for questions, so feel free to ask. I see that the people in the first row was all them sharing, taking pictures. Would you like to share something with Gabriel? Yeah. Can you help with the microphone, please?
Yeah. Hey, Gab. So my question concerns you're having one public key, right?
Yes.
Because I'm late on the talk. So you're resolving. You kind of having different signature like signing code. In each signature scheme which you are supporting currently. So my question is, if I transferring, let's say, to Ethereum, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just taking the public key, will that pose a risk of collision? For example, that public key can have a separate private key in a sense of that private public key which you're deriving can have a separate private key on that chain and can risk of like someone losing the funds because someone else can control that account.
Yeah. So the MPC system generates one public key with the private key broken down across all the nodes in the system. But there is a private key derivation system on top of that. So in this demo, when I connected with my account, for example, let's say, let's show
Gabriel,
over here.
Can you put it a little more big, please?
Yes. So over here, when I requested a signature, it shows requested by my account with a custom path, which is a string, just any string. That in the current way the system is running, we can derive a custom account from that public key for this account plus this path. So for any account or any contract in our network, you can have infinite derived accounts. So there is one root key, but that is never used by any users. The users derive their custom accounts from that key, and they can have infinite accounts on top of that.
Oh, thank you.
And so I guess I just want to confirm, because you were saying that so wallets like MetaMask or Phantom can, or Nova and Talisman can integrate this. So to clarify, so you're not building a wallet. This is something that those wallets can integrate to essentially bring this feature and functionality to all of their users?
Yes. So this is the primitives behind the wallets. This is similar to those. When you go into MetaMask and you create an account and you try to transact on Ethereum, part of MetaMask is building the transaction data, delivering that transaction to the Ethereum network. But there's another part in it that is actually just managing your private key, using it to sign those transactions. That part is what we provide. But we provide that for any network. And we allow that to be used by programmable accounts. For example, if you were to deploy a multisig, right, or a DAO, that can only be, let's say in the context of a smart contract, that can only be used within the network you deploy it to. But if you want to deploy that everywhere without having to fragment and without having to manage that multisig multiple times over in different networks, you can deploy that through our account solution, and that is one account that will be able to transact everywhere, even though it's not a private key or a seed phrase that you have in a piece of paper. That is a seed phrase that is derived on the spot through the consensus of the TSS nodes. But basically, with the SDK, you just plop that into wallets, and wallets are good to go to transact everywhere. But that's not limited to just wallets either. A dApp could directly use it too. You could build a full application. You could build a web browser that has that has, similar to how Chrome lets you connect your Google account immediately to websites you access, you can have a browser that has this SDK and immediately connects to any app you access, regardless of network. You never have to create an account on Solana, an account on Ethereum. It just connects everything automatically.
So just like follow up. So that means if like Nova integrates this, then hypothetically that would mean Nova or Talisman or whoever, like Nova would be the only wallet I need for like hypothetically for like the rest of my life.
Yes, and on top of that, one thing you can't easily do is in Polkadot we have this concept of proxy accounts, right? Which is an account that can be exchanged and controlled by a different account. You cannot easily integrate that with like different networks because that's a primitive Polkadot, right? With something like this, you can easily use features like that in Nova Wallet and extend those features that Nova Wallet already has to Bitcoin, Ethereum, Base, Cosmos chains, parachains that don't have proxies. You can extend all those features everywhere.
Amazing.
All right. So I think that we don't have more questions. FACCO, where are you from?
I'm from Brazil.
All right. So obrigado, amigo, for your presentation.
De nada, amigo.
Yeah. Would you like to share some final words to the people that is looking for streaming, especially for Brazil?
Vamos, Brasil!
Woo!